Welcome to the Parent Caregiver Meeting Short and Snappy. Today's training will take about 10 minutes, and our goal is for you to be comfortable holding a Parent Caregiver meeting for your troop. A Parent Caregiver meeting is a great way to make sure families understand Girl Scouting and their role in supporting the troop. You will be able to find out about your girls and their adults' unique interests and abilities. It is a place to set expectations and build a community of volunteers so your troop runs smoothly and you have the support you need. Just as each girl is unique, so is each family. The role of supporting the Girl Scout and the troop might be filled by a parent, a grandparent, or any caregiver in the Girl Scout's life. While caregivers and Girl Scouts are arriving to the meeting, it is a great time to have them make a name tag, fill out the girl's health history form, and an interest and ability inventory for both adult and child. The health history form is found under Forms and Resources on our website. It is a good idea to let families know ahead of time that they will be filling out the form so that they can have doctor's numbers and insurance information available. You can email the form when you invite parents to the meeting, and some caregivers will have it printed out and filled out when they arrive. Blank name tags and markers can keep girls and adults busy while you wait for everyone to make it to the meeting. You might ask the Girl Scout to decorate her caregiver's name tag and vice versa. Once paperwork is finished, take a few minutes for each leader to introduce herself or himself. This is a great chance to let parents know why volunteering is important to you. If you were a Girl Scout, you can share what you liked most about your experience. It is also a time to share what you do other than lead a Girl Scout troop. If you work outside the home, if you have other children, if you are caring for a relative, all of these things that make you unique are great to share with families. It lets them know that you are making Girl Scouts a priority and also sets the tone that all families can find a way to get involved. After introducing yourself, have copies of the Girl Scout Promise and Law for each family. Have everyone in attendance recite the Promise and Law. If you have a new Daisy troop, most girls won't be reading yet, but you can have everyone repeat the lines after you. Girl Scouts is girl-led. Girls have a say in what and how things are done. This is accomplished by voting, sharing likes and dislikes, and problem solving as a group. Explain to families that girls will learn by doing and that they will be involved in making decisions because the troop belongs to them. Now that everyone has recited the Promise and Law, this is a good time to get to know each other. An icebreaker is a fantastic way to learn about the girls and adults in your troop and also give you an idea of the special skills adults may have that they can contribute to the troop. You might ask caregivers to introduce themselves and then tell you their favorite hobby and if they work inside or outside the home. If they work outside the home, what do they do? Asking what their favorite family activity is will let you know who might want to help with campouts and who might want to be a helper when you go to a museum. If there is a nurse in the group, he or she might want to help lead the first aid badge and or be willing to be the CPR first aid certified helper in attendance at the meetings and on field trips. There might be a computer tech in attendance who would be willing to help with the cybersecurity badges or programming journey. Maybe you have an adult who works or knows someone who works in a place that would be a good field trip opportunity. So many adults have abilities, interests, hobbies, or connections that could really enhance your Girl Scouting experience. They just may not realize that you are looking for what they have. Have the girls introduce themselves as well. Ask them what they like to do for fun, what they like about school, and what they like to do with their family. You will start out knowing who loves to draw and who is dying to go for a hike. A Girl Scout troop is like a village, and the more help you get, the easier it is to run. From adult introductions, you might already have an idea of who would be a good fit for some of these roles. Don't end the meeting without asking adults to sign up for a volunteer role. Some positions are must-have for a troop. The product sales manager, or PSM, is in charge of the cookie sale, the fall product sale, or both. The PSM must be a registered Girl Scout with a background check. Each troop must have someone with CPR and first aid training. This can be a leader, but can also be another adult, or multiple adults. We encourage this volunteer to be a registered member, but they must have an active background check. Troop helpers are needed to help during meetings and to drive to field trips, but also to be sure you have proper adult to child safety ratios. Again, it is preferable to have these adults registered as Girl Scouts, but they must have an active background check at a minimum. Other positions are nice to have. Some troop leaders love planning meetings, but they don't love handling money. Troops can have a treasurer. This person must be a registered Girl Scout with a background check. Snacks are great things for caregivers to provide, and you can ask for an adult to start a sign-up genius so adults can sign up for meetings. There are certainly other ways that adults can help. Some caregivers may not be able to get to the meetings, but they can help prepare materials. Others might not love working with kids, but they may be very organized and help plan trips and organize permission slips. There are as many ways to volunteer as there are members of your troop. It is important to set expectations for both girl and adult behavior. Just as you have committed to follow the Girl Scout promise and law as a leader, you should also let adults and girls know that they are expected to follow the promise and law during meetings and in dealing with the troop. You will also want to let adults know that it is important to inform you if their Girl Scout will not be attending a meeting or event, and that they need to be sure that they inform the leader that they are leaving with their Girl Scout. The end of a meeting can sometimes get chaotic if adults grab their girls and don't check out with you. The extra time is worth it to make sure that all girls are getting home safely. Establish how you will communicate with parents and caregivers and let them know at this meeting. The more you keep adults involved, the more support you will get. Be sure to ask for help as opportunities arise and let caregivers know what the troop is doing at the meetings. Send reminders of upcoming meetings, events, and adult commitments through your chosen means of communication. There are so many ways that you can communicate information. You could text reminders, send email newsletters, use a phone app, or even create a closed Facebook group. Troop dues. What will you be using them for? How much should you collect? And when are they due? Nobody likes asking for money, but you will need dues to get your troop up and running. It is easier to collect all dues at once rather than spacing collection out over months. Once girls decide on their uniform, calculate what families need and let them know. Discuss what the cost for field trips and activities might be and base your troop dues on what you discover. If you need to begin a troop tub of supplies, consider having parents donate old school supplies or even picking up extras while the supplies are on sale at the beginning of the school year. Keep in mind that finances should never be a reason that girls cannot participate. If a family is in need of assistance, our Opportunity Fund is available for help with membership fees, uniforms and books, and day camp fees. Forms for this are found at gsksmo.org under Join. You can end the meeting with the Girl Scout tradition. You can have all of the families gather together in a friendship circle, They will place their arms right over left and join hands with the person next to them. And you can use this time to sing a song, say something nice that you did that day, or just what you're excited about for the Girl Scout year. Thank you for joining us for our short and snappy about running a parent caregiver meeting. We hope that you feel confident establishing your troop by getting caregivers involved. Finding out about your adults, establishing expectations of both help and support, and setting up communication will ensure that you have a successful year of Girl Scouting.